Okay, picture this. A huge Bollywood superstar, right? We're talking major hits, box office success.
Yeah, someone everyone knows.
Exactly. Now, imagine that same star is still living where he grew up, in a pretty cramped communal apartment block in Mumbai.
Right. Not the mansion you'd expect.
Not at all. And then his neighbors, the people he grew up with, they decide to give him this, well, this incredibly unexpected gift.
Okay.
Not a car, not some fancy watch, but a private washroom.
A private washroom.
Yeah. It's this wild, kind of heartwarming story we're diving into today about Jackie Shroff. It shows how fame didn't really pull him away from his roots. If anything, it tied him closer in this really unique way.
That's fascinating.
So in this deep dive, we're digging into sources about Jackie Shroff's early days, living in a Mumbai chawl, and this specific incident. It just says so much about community, celebrity, what home really means.
It really does. And it's such a stark contrast, isn't it, between the glittery image of Hollywood stardom and the very grounded reality of how Shroff started. And the really remarkable part, the thing that sets up this whole story, is that he kept living in that chawl, even after he had several hit films.
Which must have been so unusual then.
Oh, completely. It defied all expectations. Still kind of does, actually.
Okay, so let's unpack that. The sources paint a pretty clear picture of where he grew up. It's a chawl in Mumbai's Teen Batty area.
Right. Teen Batty, known area.
And for anyone listening who isn't familiar, a chawl, it's like a tenement block, communal living, very close quarters. And they give this really specific detail. 3 washrooms for 30 people.
Wow. Yeah. 3 for 30.
Can you even imagine that? The daily reality of it?
It's hard to picture, honestly.
Yeah.
But what's really fascinating is how that kind of environment shapes you. Jackie Shroff himself said something like, he learned the value of things there. It wasn't just about not having much. It was about sharing everything, the struggles, the good stuff. There's this great little anecdote the sources mention about when he got his first cupboard. He said the entire chawl had assembled to see the cupboard.
The whole building?
Yeah.
Just for a cupboard?
Yep. It just perfectly shows how close-knit they were, right?
Yeah.
And how much they appreciated, well, everyday things. Like everyone was invested in each other's small wins.
That's amazing. And then from this, very humble start, Jackie Shroff obviously makes it big in films.
That's huge.
The sources say he first tasted stardom in the 1980s, had a few hits under his belt. But here's the kicker, the really unique part.
He stayed.
He continued to live in a chawl. Even then. At the time this whole washroom thing happened, he was already a proper movie star.
Yeah, not just starting out.
No. This was around his 6th film, Shiva Ka Insaf. That came after big ones like Swami Dada, Hero, Andar Bahar, You, Teri Meherbanyan.
Right, so established hits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His mom even had a poster of Shiva Ka Insaf up in their room in the chawl.
And that poster, that pride, it kind of leads directly into this incredible gesture, doesn't it? Because the reason why they decided on this gift, well, it was a practical problem caused by his fame. He said, producers and directors would come to meet me in that chawl.
Right, these important industry people showing up.
Exactly. Showing up to a building with just those 3 shared washrooms for everyone. So naturally, these visitors...
They had to wait in line.
They had to stand in line. And apparently his neighbors, the chawl people, didn't like it.
Oh, interesting. It wasn't about his inconvenience.
It seems like it was more about, well, community dignity, respect for their guy, and maybe respect for themselves, too. Like, our star has important people visiting. We can't have them queuing for the loo. It reflects this collective sense of honor.
So what do? The community steps up. The sources say it clear as day. His neighbors and friends in the chawl gifted him a private washroom.
Just like that. Amazing.
And his first reaction? Total humility. He apparently told them I didn't need it, and my friends didn't have an issue standing in queue. Classic Jackie Shroff, maybe.
Seems like it. But they insisted.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely insisted. And what's really fascinating is how determined they were. They even made sure it used to have a lock on it.
Wow, so it was really his, not just another facility.
Exactly. His own private space,
Yeah.
gifted by the community. I mean, how often does that happen? A community gifting a celebrity a bathroom.
It's got to be pretty unique. And if you think about the deeper meaning, it wasn't just about, convenience, though I'm sure that helped.
Sure.
It feels like this really profound act of community recognition. Like they were protecting their star, showing their pride. his success was their success in a way.
Yeah, I see that.
It kind of flips the script, doesn't it? Usually the story is the celebrity leaves their roots behind. Here, the roots reached out to sort of embrace and, well, elevate him right where he was.
That's a great way to put it.
It really speaks volumes about the Chawl's identity, their pride, and how they felt about him staying connected. That visible connection was important. It's like this unique kind of collective ownership and support.
And that connection, that bond, it isn't just something from back then. The sources actually bring it right up to the present day. Apparently, Jackie Shroff recently tried to rent out the room where he grew up in that same chawl.
Oh, really? He wanted it back.
Well, just to rent it. But there's a bit of a hiccup. The landlord seems reluctant. Jackie even quoted the landlord's fear, like, if he gives it to me then. And Jackie's response was, I am like, bro, I won't run away with it.
Huh. That's quite endearing, isn't it? A global superstar trying to reassure his old landlord.
Totally.
And that detail, it just perfectly shows how attached he still is, how much respect he has for where he came from. He even explained his offer, like, I told him that whatever money you were getting as rent of my old room, apparently 4 people live there now.
Right.
He said, I told him that I will pay what those 4 people are paying. He's not trying to kick anyone out or buy it necessarily.
No, just maintain a connection.
Exactly. Just wants that tangible link to his past, to the actual space that shaped him, even after all the fame. It suggests, that for him, home isn't just a building, it's a feeling, a memory he's actively trying to hold on to.
What a journey, huh? From sharing 3 washrooms with 30 people to getting a private one gifted by your entire community. It really hits home these themes of humility, definitely community,
Absolutely.
and just how strangely fame can intersect with a very, very real, grounded life.
It really does, and it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? This lifelong connection to such a humble beginning, even when you're a massive star. What does that actually tell us about how we define home or belonging? And, what are the core values that really stick with us no matter how high we climb?